Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and try to remove this heater. I've pushed it back through the floor so that as much of the hosing is down underneath. I've got a hose cutter, I've got the barbed end, and I have a bucket. So hopefully we can catch whatever fluid comes out and we can keep it to a minimum. The other thing that came in was the bracket and the template for the overhead shelf. So it is nice today, so we'll see if I can get working on that as well. Okay, those are the two hoses I need to cut. I got the bucket here. I'm hoping I can catch whatever fluid and it doesn't get too much. There was a valve underneath the hood for this system, so I did close it. But I only see one, so I was kind of hoping there'd be two so I could close off the whole thing, but it doesn't look that way. So, hopefully I can do this pretty quick. Alright, so I did spill a little on the ground, not much. I got it put together right there. I had to pull this one hose out of this clamp because you can see this little bend right here. It was almost at a 90, so it wasn't going to flow, so I pulled it out so it'd give a little flow. So the only other thing I need to do, so I did tighten those down pretty good. I'm going to double check. Doesn't look like there's much water in the bottom or coolant in the bottom of the bucket, so that's good. So the only thing left now is to cut those wires and then tape them off. And then I still need to figure out where, so on the dash it's connected to that switch, but somewhere in there it's connected to the electrical because it only comes on when the key's on. So I need to figure out where that is so I can disconnect it so it doesn't accidentally get turned on for somehow. So I'll need to backtrace that. I need to look at the fuse panel anyway. So let me go hunt down some electrical tape and we'll cut those wires and then we'll double check everything and then I'll check the coolant level as well. Alright, and just like that, we cut the wires, we have them wrapped up and stuffed out of there, so now I should be able to take the heater out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open up the valve on the engine side here real quick and we'll see where our coolant level is. Okay, so I opened up the valve. The coolant in the reservoir tank hadn't dropped at all. And what's in the bucket, I'm just going to let this thing warm up, make sure that it circulates. And what we have in the bucket isn't much, so now I'm going to go ahead and pick that heater up and set it inside here so we don't get it all over the place. And just like that, we're left with a hole. I'll probably get some sort of cover, or maybe even put a vent cover on here so any bad air can drop down through it. But yeah, even after I put that in there, there's like hardly any liquid in there. But these radiators aren't that big on this, so it probably really didn't take that much. So that's a good thing. So we're just gonna let the van warm up, and while it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put my tools away. These are our new batteries that are going to be part of the charging system that we're going to put in. So I got this. I've got a few other pieces that are in already, and then once I get the wheelchair lift moved, I can start working on this. But these were on sale during Christmas, I think, and so we'll see how everything goes. Okay, so we have the bulkhead I took out of the van. It's made out of some pretty thick wood. We have a little bit of nice sun today. This is the Vancillary, I guess is what you call it. They're the overhead driver's area shelf. It comes with the brackets, the hardware, QR code to download the instructions, and a template. So I'm going to figure out what the best layout is. I'm hoping it's wide enough this way. I don't think it is because I think it said it needed 5 feet. So we'll figure out what I need. Then I will cut out the template with the scissors and tape everything down and get the jigsaw out and cut it out. Okay, So we got our template. We are pretty golden. We have a long enough piece so I can run it side to side, because that edge is actually curved to follow the contour of the van. This is a straight edge on this side, so if I needed to, I could have run it on this side, but it doesn't look like I need either. And the only other thing I need is a strip that is equal length, and I may not cut that out of here. I might just go get a 1-inch or 2-inch strip from the hardware store that's a little bit longer than what I need, and then just cut it and then screw it all together. That's probably what I'm going to do. It'll make my life a little easier. So yep. So what I'm going to do is trim out the template and tape it down, and then get the Sawzall. We'll just go to town. We're going to use the bottom edge here as the bottom straight edge of this template, and call that good. If you were going to get a piece of wood, you'd want one, I don't know what this thing's about, 5 feet wide, I guess. So you need one that's like 5 foot by 3 foot to start with. I think there's some measurements. Nope. That's 21 inches deep. Oh yeah, 55 and 5/8. So the main body is basically 55 and 5/8, 56 inches, and then 22 inches tall or long. So I think it said use like 1/2 inch. This is way bigger than 1/2 inch. It's like 3/4, but it's carpeted on the other side. I've got this white side, so carpeted side will go down facing the drivers to help kind of give us a sound deadening. All right, let's get this trimmed out. Okay, so I trimmed out the template. I put it here on my wood I'm gonna cut. These little lines here are for where the bracket is supposed to screw into. I'm not gonna worry about those. So yeah, you're going to just follow the outside of the line. I think it says cut along outside perimeter only, so make sure you follow that. And then maybe when I'm done, I'll just post the template up if somebody wants to buy it, just the template, and they can make their own brackets. And it's kind of expensive for what you get. I mean, the brackets are like $10, and then this printed thing can't be more than 30, but yeah, it was like 130 some odd bucks with shipping or something like that. So maybe I'll sell the template for 20 bucks and save somebody some money. All right, so now I got to grab my jigsaw, and we'll get to cutting. Okay, so got that all cut out. I had a little issue right there where the weight of this board started to twist, so, but the rest of it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna take off the template and see how it fits in the van. I haven't got the brackets in. I probably should put the brackets in, that way I can set it on top just to make sure everything fits, and then I can go back and sand the edges as needed. Okay, so this is a 2016 Sprinter. So my front one was a 27 and my rear one was a 20, and I believe the short bracket goes in the front and the longer bracket goes in the rear. Okay, so I was wrong. The front one is a 30, the back one is a 20. And regretfully, if I move too far this way, the sun is right in my eyes. So I left them a little loose so I could still make some adjustments. I'm gonna hop onto the driver's side real quick and put those brackets in, and then I could test fit the shelf. Okay, so I found I did not have to take these panels out. All I had to do was pull it forward just a little bit and I could slip the bracket in. For the front one, I found that if I came in at this angle, it was easier to line up the hole, and then once I got it started, I was able to put the bracket up like that. So these are still loose. I'm gonna go get the board and set it up there. All right, so it's in there. The only problem I'm having is I'm tight on this driver's side. Well, it doesn't matter which side you want to call it, but I'm tight. I can get it to about there, which is still way short of the bracket, and it's super tight. So it looks like I need to trim or sand down the edges a bit just to get it to fit a little bit better. But yeah, overall not too bad. So I'm probably gonna have to call that good enough for today. I still need to get a strip for this side. I think I'm gonna get some more of this white stuff over at Home Depot, and then that way I can make the little lip that goes on this side. But other than that, not too bad. Yeah, this side works pretty good. I just put the brackets up. This side I can get the front one, just not this back one. So it looks like this corner and right along right here needs to be loosened up just a little bit. So not too bad. All right, okay, so I got it in there. This bracket just is pushing out because it's so tight, so I just need to push it back just a little bit, and then I can get the I'm gonna put some bolts in there. Same with that one, but they're in. It's just really tight. I could have sanded it a bit more, but I think it'll be fine. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Like I said, the only thing else I have to do is get the piece that will give me a lip here, but that's probably going to either get some more of this white plasticky stuff or a white trim piece and then just screw it on. But yeah, it'll be nice. Have a nice compartment. That's what, about 10 inches, maybe a little longer. Who knows? I didn't measure it. All right, so time to put up the tools. My wife's wheelchair is beeping, so I have to go in the house. Yeah, quick look from a different angle. Looks pretty good up there. Like I said, since the wall was already the same color, now I got to get all this sawdust vacuumed up again. But not too bad. All right, thanks for watching. Next video, I don't know. Maybe I'll start moving that wheelchair lift. I'm still trying to get this guy to see if he wants to come down and drop off that window for some extra money. If not, I'll just wait until they come available.